Welcome everybody to my kitchen. I'm just going to show you really quick how I store my fresh herbs so that they stay fresh for up to 2 weeks, and they totally do. And I will show you really quickly how I have proof of that. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Michelle Tam of Nom Nom Paleo. Oh, someone says little rocks, or it's probably little bounces. Yeah. You know, if you guys. So anyway, I'm going to show you really quick. I just came back from Vietnam on Sunday, and inspired by my trip there, I bought.
That was only 3 days ago.
That was only 3 days ago.
That was basically 3 days ago.
It was 3 days ago. All right, so inspired by my trip and all the fresh herbs that we ate, I went out and bought a ton of fresh herbs that I've been cooking with. And so really simply, I'm going to just show you. I've shown this before on one of my Periscopes, but they do disappear.
Show them the DeLorean.
Oh yes, yes, because it is Back to the Future Day. Here is.
Shut the doors or something.
Here's Owen's. Or no, this isn't even Owen's. This is Henry's DeLorean. And then these are, you know, Marty McFly.
That Dr. Guy, Marty McFly.
Yes.
I don't know. It's Dr. something.
So I'm going to show you really fast because I actually have to make dinner for my family. What herbs do I have today? I have basil. I have green onions. And so here, this is basically what I do. So for green onions, I have a cup of water, and then I stick them down, you know, the roots, those little things right there, you just stick them root down, and then I cover it with a plastic bag, loosely. And then these ones I stick in the fridge. So for green onions and cilantro, I stick them in the fridge. Yes, so someone said my herbs go bad quick. So this will keep fresh in your fridge for a really, really long time. And when you use the green onions, just cut the green ends and you can keep on sticking the root end into the water and they'll keep growing. That's actually something I just learned recently. And then here is super proof. So this cilantro.
Hey, I think you're covering me. No, you're not.
Sorry. So I stuck this in a glass of water before I went on our trip to Vietnam. And look, it is super, super, super green. It's probably even in better shape than when I bought it at the supermarket. So, you know, keep it in a glass of water in the fridge. You keep it upright like this. You cover it with a bag. And this has been in the fridge, right? So feel this. Is this cold, Ollie? I'm going to put it against your face. Yeah, so this is cold. But then I'm going to show you the way I do basil. I don't actually put it in the fridge. I found that if I snip the ends, so here's a bunch of basil. Can you guys see this basil? What, before? Yes, yes, so totally before. In fact, I bought some cilantro after I came back because I forgot I had some in my fridge, and then I looked and saw the stuff I had in my fridge was actually even fresher. So this basil that I just bought, I'm just snipping off the ends with a pair of scissors and putting it in a thing of water, like an old mason jar. It's always better to have longer stems because like these ones, sometimes when I do this, there's going to be a few that get all wilty, and those are the ones that don't actually touch the water. And I just pull them out before. I just pull them out as I find wilty ones. Yes, sometimes I'm really annoyed because like the bunches I get at the store, like these are nice. These have nice long stems. See that? Oh, are you making crazy faces?
No.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just stuff this in. This I leave on the counter. Basil I don't put in the fridge because I feel that they.
Why do you ask?
Ask what?
Why do you ask if I was doing crazy faces?
I saw you. Do you see how that camera is like a mirror? Yes, yes. Your mom is no dummy. Plus, I have eyes on the back of my head. All right. So this is, I snip the ends. Like this one's kind of hard because look, it's so short. I might just cook this one off.
Mom,
but
can you close the doors of the DeLorean?
I don't know if it works. So anyway, I put the snipped ends in a glass of water.
No, can I?
I'm going to reuse an old, do I wash them? I didn't. I don't think it's a big deal.
Can
A lot of, I do wash my salad greens before I store them.
Can I close the doors
Indoor
of the
basil plants.
DeLorean?
I don't have any. I'm not a, someone asked for tips on how to, on an indoor basil plant, but I know nothing about growing plants. That's why I buy these at the store, but then I try to keep them as fresh as possible, and this is how I found it. So this jar of basil, oh, see? Because I have some really short ones in here, I'm really annoyed. I may just take the short ones and cook with them tonight because they're not going to stay submerged in the water. All right. But these ones I'm going to cover with plastic and leave on the counter. The cilantro and green onion I will put in the refrigerator, and that is that. And you will see, hopefully, this will actually perk up overnight. And I'll just leave it on the counter.
That's a whole Periscope.
That is super boring, right?
A Periscope?
I thought you were gonna.
Oh, someone, hey, look. Michael, a 7-year-old from Dallas, gave me 5 hearts. That is really nice. Can you use a plastic grocery bag? Yeah, I guess so. Like, these are just plastic bags that I got from the store when I bought them. Yes, basil stays on the counter. The cilantro and green onion go in the fridge. And look how fresh this cilantro is. It's amazing. So you guys should try this. The only problem is that things can get knocked over in your refrigerator. Yes, you can play with the DeLorean, but you cannot break it because it's your dad's and he will be mad. All right, that is it. Do you guys have any questions? If not, I'm going to start making dinner. And I hope this is helpful. The storing green onions this way will amaze you because it really will start growing new stalks. So when you use it, you should probably cut from the green. And do you change out the water? Yes, you should change out the water every few days if it starts getting a little gross. Do you have a recipe with basil? It depends. Sometimes I will just chop it up and put it on a tomato basil salad, but tomato season's kind of over. I have been using it a lot in a bunch of my Vietnamese inspired recipes. If you looked at my Instagram, I made a bun yesterday and I used a bunch of fresh herbs. I used mint, I used basil, and I used cilantro. Would this work for most herbs? What about sage? Ever try that? Sage I think is a little hardier, so you don't really need to do that. Like for sage and thyme and rosemary, I just wrap it up in a dry paper towel and I put it in a bag and I stick it in the fridge. What's for dinner tonight? Probably crackling chicken, because I have some chicken that I actually bought at a Japanese grocery store, and they actually take out the bone on the thighs and they have the skin on, so it'll be really fast. How does covering with the bag help? I'm not really sure, but it does help. If I don't have the bag, it totally will wilt and go bad. But with the bag there, I don't know if it like helps trap, whatever it is that the plant emanates, but it helps keep it healthy. Like a greenhouse. Yes, someone said it's like a greenhouse. Planning on making a Paleo Vietnamese fish dipping sauce. So I was experimenting with one yesterday. I guess they're called Nuoc Cham. And so I tried using some coconut sugar. So I'm going to refine it. It's kind of hard because it does need the balance of sweet and sour and savory. So it won't be completely sugar-free. There is a quick pickled carrot in my cookbook that I just use some apple juice and rice wine vinegar, and that one actually makes a pretty good pickle. And you could probably use that sauce, in place of the normal Nuoc Cham that you would, pour all over your bun and stuff. Any more Instant Pot recipes coming? Yes, I actually have one planned potentially this weekend because I discovered how easy it is to use an Instant Pot to cook spaghetti squash. Oh, someone says they like this t-shirt. This was actually drawn by Big O many years ago, and then Henry retraced it and printed it as a shirt. Do I refrigerate parsley? Yes, the parsley you can store like the cilantro, upright in a glass of water, covered with a bag in the fridge. I'm scared. You're scared of, are you scared of the, oh, that's good. Owen thinks this, don't be scared of your pressure cooker exploding unless you have a really, really old one. But the new pressure cookers have tons and tons of safety features. You just need to make sure that rubber gasket is in good shape, and then you have nothing to worry about. So excited for the spaghetti squash. I really want to try to cook in the pressure cooker. So I will show you. I'm going to experiment, but I will show you how to get the longest strands and the easiest way to make them. And I don't like my spaghetti squash super crunchy. I don't know if you guys do. So I like mine a little more tender, but this won't make it, the method I'm working on doesn't make it mush. So I think that's it. Thank you for the hearts. It's 6:20, so I better start making dinner. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, someone says Instant Pot is on your Christmas list this year. You should definitely put it on your Christmas list. It is the coolest thing ever. I came back on Sunday night, and before I went to bed, I threw in a batch of pressure cooker bone broth. And if you look at my Instagram, I had a bunch of pucks that I, arranged Tetris style that I have in my freezer, and it was super, super easy. So if you want to know how to make that, just go to my blog and Google how to store bone broth, and it totally links to how I make the bone broth, how I store the bone broth, and any questions that you might have. So that's it. Everybody have a nice Wednesday night. Happy Back to the Future. Oh. You think your bag trick would work with salad greens? Salad greens, you definitely need to wash, spin dry, and then you just line a paper bag or a plastic bag with paper towels, and that's how you store it. I wouldn't store it in water. It'll probably get all melty and gross. Someone said they made my pressure cooker lamb shanks and they were good, so thank you. That's about it. My kids are getting hungry. Yes, go McFly. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Oh, I wish we had a